Hi, I'm Juliet Easton with Noiseway Productions, and I'm doing this video as part of a 30-day challenge. That's Think to Succeed 30-day challenge, and I'd like to invite you to join me in also doing a video a day for the next 30 days. And if you don't get one done every day, that's okay. You don't have to. There's also some really cool prizes you can win. Tina Spriggs and Chris Whitehead are the ones that are doing this video challenge, and their company is Think to Succeed. So it's the Think to Succeed video challenge. This video has a topic of overcoming your greatest challenge. So my greatest challenge that I've overcome is that I had a huge anxiety problem, and it was like almost impossible for me to set boundaries with people. It's very difficult. I also would run from confrontation. Confrontation was very, very difficult for me. So I went through a process that helped me to figure this out and figure out how to overcome it. It was not simple. It was not easy. It was a lot of work, but it did work. And I am going to do a longer video later going into a lot of detail through the story of what happened and how I was able to figure out what was going on and how I was able to overcome it. I'm just going to give you a kind of a brief rundown right now. I had started this program with Brian Ridgway last fall with my boyfriend Michael. That was a Surfing the Shift program. And then we started one this spring with Brian that was a Conscious Creators program. Now, I haven't been all the way through the Conscious Creators program. Still got some videos to watch in that. I've only watched a couple. So I've got quite a few still to go through. But I had some really major breakthroughs with the Surfing the Shift program this fall, and also with the Conscious Creators program, just a couple videos that I did watch. I'll talk more about that later in another video. After I went through that, I knew really clearly what my core issue was. And a lot of people have got like at least one core issue that is their major block that's keeping them from moving forward with their life. And with mine, it was a set of beliefs that went something like this. My needs aren't as important as other people's. I'm not supposed to be here. I don't deserve to really truly be happy and to truly get my needs met because they're really not that important. And another one was like this feeling of being able to be abandoned at any moment and not be safe and not be able to completely trust another human being to meet my needs. So this very much got mirrored to me through my physical world, which is what happens. Your beliefs get mirrored by your physical world. That's the way it works. So I was basically calling in every relationship in my life a mirror of those beliefs. And, you know, it would not matter what the person, especially romantic relationships, it wouldn't matter what the person wanted or what their internal beliefs were, whatever, they could not give me something that conflicted with my internal beliefs. So all they could do was mirror that back to me. And this was not fun. It was not pleasant. I've been married and divorced 3 times. And my boyfriend Michael and I have been together for just a little over 2 years. And this guy's definitely my soulmate, very compatible. He totally gets me. But even he could not give me what I needed in certain ways because not consciously, I believed that my needs were important. Consciously, I believed that I mattered. But subconsciously, unconsciously, I had beliefs that were in conflict with that, and where I didn't think my needs mattered. I didn't think I was really as important as other people. And so all anyone could do would be to mirror that back to me. So I through Brian's program, I was able to get a lot of progress. I had basically my core belief nailed. I knew what it was. I had seen how I had repeated that in like all these different relationships I'd had. And then I had a session with Diana Cottle and the Cottle Code. And it was a 2-hour session, and we went through and really hit some stuff hard with some really intense experiences I had with especially one person in particular, and I'll talk more about that later in this other video I'm going to do, that was extremely painful, and used that as a thing to focus on for me, diving deep into that, feeling safe enough with her for her to pull me back from being able to fully feel the pain I felt, but then go and pull back, and to do tapping, EFT, and then also NLP, and she's got her own way of putting all that together that works really well. And plus Diana's personality is like, made me feel very safe, like I could, in a way that I felt comfortable doing that. So what changed? After that, I was able to instantly start putting down boundaries with people. My old response when conflict would come up is I would want to run and crawl under the covers and put them over my head and just run away and feel overwhelmed by any type of conflict with anyone. After that session, I was able to just put boundaries down with people, boom, like that, not feel stressed at all, not feel bothered at all, and it was easy, easy peasy. And it's remained that way. This was a few months ago that I had that session, and it's changed my life. I was also, another major thing that happened for me with the anxiety problems I'd had my whole life, basically is these crazy anxiety scripts running in my head 24/7 pretty much, like all the time. Always wondering about, okay, well, if this happens, then what am I going to do? Or if this person says this, then if I say that, and then they say this, and just running down all these crazy paths in my head of what ifs, what ifs, what ifs, and imaginary conversations going back and forth that I would rehearse in my head of what this person might say. And most of the time, none of that ever happened. So it's just this craziness that I was just running through my head all the time and just wasting tons of energy on all these just strange, anxious thoughts that didn't help me at all. That disappeared completely after the session I had with Diana too. It's amazing. Changed my life. And the third thing was, just anytime there was conflict, it overwhelmed me and I wanted to run away. So I mentioned that, and then, it became very easy. I would just basically, anytime something bothered me, I would just tell the other person what it was, even if it wasn't a boundary thing. Just say, okay, I'm not cool with this. When this happens, I feel such and such or whatever. And so, like I said, I will go into a lot more depth with this and in some other videos that I do in the future. But I just wanted to kind of give you a brief thing that even if you've had something really intense like this your whole life, it doesn't have to be permanent. You can overcome really intense things like 24/7 anxiety scripts running through your head. That doesn't mean you have to have that the rest of your life. So I just want to share that with people as an inspiration. And if you are interested in more, please, leave a comment on this, and I can make sure to let you know when I have the other video up that's going to go into a lot more detail with that. And thanks so much for watching.